How old? So Nirvana, there's this general idea that the songs that you listen to in middle school and high school will play at your funeral. Like this is just the soundtrack of your life seems to pause at some point. So Nirvana came out. I think they were huge in like 93, 94. I was 13, 14 at the time.
Yeah.
I was into hair metal initially, and I didn't know you're only allowed to like one genre. So I wasn't like, fuck Poison. I like Soundgarden now. I liked it all. But so doing the show and talking about music, I think a lot about my relationship with music, and I loved Nirvana, but I wasn't an angsty teen. Like I wasn't ready for like, oh, I'm exhausted by eyeliner and hairspray and devil worship. I need some flannel and the awful lyrics about being sad all the time. But something sonically about grunge just spoke to the time in the place, and then it kept coming. I love, speaking of Unplugged, Alice in Chains Unplugged, I think is one of the greatest albums I've ever listened to. And grunge was just so different, and there was so many bands that just like grunge and grunge adjacent that were amazing during that time period, and it came out of nowhere. But how old were you when this dropped?
So I'm 48 now, so around the same age as you,
Okay.
maybe a little 14, 15.
Right.
But the thing is, and I try and explain this to my kids, so Something in the Way was in the Joker. So that sent my son, who's now 18, that sent him on he loves Nirvana, I also play Lithium Station all the time. So it's all of that music. But I try and explain to him, you don't understand. There was no internet, there were no phones, there was no email, but every time you put on MTV or you put on the radio, Smells Like Teen Spirit was on.